Jordan White there with Headrush playing on the Joe to Go show. And now I'm joined by a very, very, very special guest, Holly Mingo. Hello.
Hi, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, very, very good, thanks. I'm loving the hat. I'm loving the tea as well. A little bit of promo, shameless self plug
Yeah.
there.
I didn't know what to wear, so I thought this is a safe option.
Yeah, it's a safe option if you made it yourself, innit? So, to start off, as always, what's your name? Where are you from? What are you on?
My name is Holly. I'm from Devon, and I'm an artist. Yeah, that's it.
What more do you need to know? Well, I know that you're an abstract artist, a freelance artist, graphic designer, entrepreneur, performance artist even, and you've got a degree in interior design.
That is
multifaceted indeed. You're inspired by nature, music, and the mind. And you like to create art that you've never seen before, focusing on the process more than the outcome. How do you create such otherworldly depictions with no plan?
Don't think about it. That's my main thing. Is like, it's like meditation. So you just switch off, let pen go to paper, and do your thing. And it's a shock to me, innit? So like I do it, and then I look back, and I'm like, what? Like, what have I done?
What have you made?
Yeah, what have I done?
Well, we can see. You can't see online, but the T-shirt as well. It looks just like that. You know, when you watch you draw, you just freestyle.
Yeah, it's all a freestyle. Yeah.
Amazing. If I did that, it would start off maybe good for like a few minutes, and I'd go wrong. But I feel like with you, there is no wrong.
It's not about
lines.
Yeah, it's not
Nothing
about
wrong.
being like, this is a thing. Like, you could do my style and then create something, and to me, that's as good as my work because you've done your thing in it. So yeah, not to say that other art isn't good in it, but that's the way I do it.
No mistakes.
Yeah.
I mentioned that you have a degree in interior design,
Yeah.
and I find that really interesting because when we look back at like some of your earlier works, you really have that architectural vibe, you know, like heavy, neat biro lines on like a white background. It looks quite architectural. Your style, it's not changed that much, and it was really clear from the start. But then a bit later, we see an explosion of colour and rhythm, and then, you know, everything that's come after then. That was actually in one of your first commissions, I think. So how has being away from the academic environment enabled your art to explode into the Holly Mingo style we know and love?
It's mad actually, because when I was at uni, my art was a lot more free because I didn't know what was coming next, and I always had something else to focus on as well. And then as soon as I've become like full-time art, as great as it is to be able to focus on that, like my passion, do that full-time, it's like there's a lot more pressure on it. So I think about the future, and this needs to go here and this needs to land here. So it's good and bad in the ways that like it's got a lot more real, and my art isn't about being real, but then at the same time I need it to be, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's a different one. At the beginning it was all quite like magical and like, yeah, didn't know what was happening and this is great. And then as I've like studied it more, looked into it more, and like made it more kind of my life, I'm like, oh, this is serious. And like, just taking it seriously, living with it.
It's not the answer I was expecting.
Yeah. To
But
be
I
fair,
like
I think this is like a recent thing, just adapting to like, because I've been full-time since like February, so I'm still adapting to that whole like work, because it's like, for me, art was like life, and that was just like my fun hobby thing, but now it's like work. So it's adjusting to that balance of like work-life. But I'm enjoying it all the same. It's like, it's so part of me now. So it's just like, it's what I do.
It comes naturally.
Yeah, it's like, I always say it's like writing my name. Like, I don't see it like, it's just easy. And yeah, it's what I'm meant to do.
I think though, it could be fair to say that the real explosion in your work came when you started freestyle drawing, usually to music. This has been really central to you. Projects such as Duality Sessions, did some stuff at Strange Brew, did that piano canvas as well, which is super dope. You can really see the rhythmic impact the music has on your work, especially when you see it live. How does drawing from music help to breed that inspiration?
It's like you said, like the rhythmic quality of it. It's more like, it's for me like Duality Sessions, for example. So like art and music as one, that's what it is to me. So like it's almost like the music isn't really well, it's there obviously, but it becomes like part of my process. So yeah, I just get lost in it really. For me, and I've learned like recently, like the music I listen to has to inspire like energy and emotion, which obviously evokes the artwork that I do, which obviously would then express more from me. So I guess that's what's important. within that. So that's how music impacts it.
Well, when you're speaking about the duality, when you watch the full 10-minute thing, it's great, by the way. And you can see as the style changes and the levels go up and down in the song, like you respond to that almost immediately, like with what you're doing on the wall behind, you know? It's great.
Yeah, it feels right as well. Like in that moment when you hit those like pure moments of just like not thinking and not being part of it. Because even for duality sessions, it was a bit like nerve-wracking because it was live and we knew that, but we'd planned so much beforehand. So you still have that element of thought, but once you get into like that zone, like that flow
you weren't
state,
there, you were completely
yeah, like that
else.
10 minutes just went, and obviously we didn't redo it as well, so like it was nice, it was intense at the same time, especially to live music, because that's not always an opportunity I get. Like I'm often just at home in my own space, so the performance element is like a testing thing as well to like put it to live music, but that's like the authentic part of it as well, which I want to show.
You're actually doing some live art tomorrow for
I am. I
Motto
forgot about
Estate,
that. Yeah,
right?
I am.
Go on,
yeah.
quick plug. Where, when, who, what?
Oh yeah, so tomorrow at the Exchange, I think it's from like 7 p.m. So it's like a gig times. I'm going to be doing my first digital drawing, which is really exciting because it's going to be like hopefully the start of something. Like I want to use this as a portfolio piece to hopefully start performing everywhere with that type of thing. So yeah, I'm really excited to be performing alongside Family Perfume, Motto Estate. I can't remember who the other ones are, but I'm sure they're going to be sick.
He's gonna be there.
Yeah, Teddy's part of Motto, isn't he? Yeah, so
I'm going to be there as well. £3 tickets.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's cheap as well, so you have no excuse not to, and it's central. So yeah, it's going to be sick. I'm really excited, but yeah.
Catch you there, and everyone listening at home as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the first song that you've selected for us to play now. A Novelist fan, I see.
Yeah, die-hard Novelist fan.
What's it called, and why have you picked this one?
It's Straight G by Novelist. It's off his new album, tape for the homies, and it's just a vibe. I just listen to it, and it's like, normally he creates that, well, not normally, but because he's got no normal style, that's what makes him sick, but I listen to him from like a grime perspective, and this is totally different, so that's why I like it. And it's a good summer tune.
It is a good summer tune.
Yeah.
It feels like we're throwing it back to the very old school hip hop.
Yeah, and I like
Grandmaster
when people
Flash
do
thing.
that. Yeah, it's authentic.
All right, right now up in the studio, sun's shining. We're listening to Straight G by Novelist. What more do you want? Oh, and Holly Mingo's here. The sunshine in the studio. Thanks for the tune. Very nice.
You're very welcome.
Very, very nice. You say you actually you made artwork for Novelist, right?
Yeah, the album art competition. Yeah, that was, like we were saying, a defining moment in my career.
Defining moment.
Yeah.
This is when you knew that you could do anything, right?
Yeah, 100%. That was the confidence. 100%.
One thing you just mentioned about you're doing some digital drawing tomorrow. I've really been loving the implementation of technology in your work, because I feel like feels quite recent, or at least publicly quite recent. Often generating entire new pieces or remixing old stuff as well. I really like that sort of reimagining of hand-drawn ideas, but digitally looks sick. It gives your work an even more fantastical, even more otherworldly feel, but letting you explore new avenues, and I think probably helps with commission-based work as well. But do you like draw from different areas of inspiration when you like sit down to create something new with technology?
Yeah, so like for me, I'll have like all of my drawings start in the same way. So it will be a random line, like one line, and I'll never dictate where this line is, goes, or like anything like that, any of the shapes or anything. And so like that one line will form the basis of like the entire drawing, essentially. So from that point, I'll add another line, and then things will start to take shape. So it's always like the same basis, which is my style, and the same inspiration, which is my style, but I never know like in particular what that's gonna bring. And then obviously when I hand draw it, it's to music, so like that has a whole other flow. But digital, there is a lot more thought process involved, which is an advantage, but also like tears me away from my style as well. So it's good to like learn.
It's good to be versatile, though, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the thing. Like sometimes I sit there and I'm like, I just want to be an artist, and I just want to draw on canvases, and I don't want to do anything else. And I feel like that's okay, but you've got to adapt. Like I started making TikToks and like all that stuff, and I thought like, I never thought that would be me, but you've got to do it. Just free promo.
You've got
promo it all.
You've got to do everything.
Yeah, 100%. You do.
Sad as it is.
Yeah.
I think what really, like that point you just made then, that you did something, I want to say charisma, is it? You did some logo, and it's sick. And it doesn't look like anything you've done before, but it also still, it's Holly Mingo.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think you would have created that. If you sat down and gone, I'm going to create this logo on a piece of paper, it wouldn't have come out like that.
Do you know what's the most interesting thing about that as well is that logo represents a style that I did when I was probably like 8 or 9. So when like one of my earliest influences into drawing when I was younger, before I took it kind of seriously, because I always drew but I didn't enjoy it kind of thing. I just did it because I could. And so I met this woman and she started doing all these like abstract like name word plays where you'd have things coming out and it was all 3D, and I feel like that was one of my main inspirations towards that. So yeah, the charisma thing was like interesting because I looked at that and I thought I really want to like pay like homage to like that part of my life and, you know, see how much I can transform it again. So like, yeah, it wasn't planned, but like I put a lot of intention into like kind of the resonant element of that and where it came from.
So. Quite full circle then.
Yeah, it was really nice to like explore that again, probably like 13, 14 years later. So yeah, it was good.
Well, good job. I like it.
Yeah.
Another reason you've become so adaptable, as we've literally just discussed, is, of course, because you're now a full-time freelance artist. Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks very
Earlier
much.
this year, your time at Barbie, the Bristol food app, came to an end, and you decided it was time to go full-time art mode, the real deal. And you have been killing it. Are you using cheat codes? Like, honestly?
No, I wish.
How has it been so far, and what have you learned?
Like I was saying before, like it's just adapting really. I feel like one of the hardest things has been like putting so much effort into like the business element and promotion and getting things looking nice enough just to like put certain places and writing your CV and put like your not CV for jobs but like just to, you know, residencies and things like that, and understanding like what that is for you now, like what your full-time job is as an artist. It's not kind of just being able to sit and draw whenever you want, but also finding that balance of like I do need to sit and draw because that's what I do. So like for me it's been like testing, and I feel like it's never meant to be easy in it. So yeah, it's been interesting. It's been a roller coaster, but things are picking up now. Summer's always a good time for me. For artwork, it always has been. So I feel like, yeah, I'm just going to keep going with it and just understanding how much there is out there, but also, I don't know, not being overwhelmed by it.
Well, I think you're doing well.
Yeah,
you're still
trying.
Eating, you're still alive.
Yeah, well, yeah, still breathing, still eating, all that stuff, so we're all good.
Well done there.
Yeah.
How's the commission work to personal work balance been?
Oh, do you know, like, that's interesting. Because I've been thinking about starting a canvas like personal work for ages, and I've just been sat there like on my iPad looking at this like physical canvas. Just do what you need to do to get paid first, really. That's what I have to do, as long as I've got like a good amount. And like I feel like I'm quite lucky, my art's quite a quick process, so people always expect it to take a lot longer than it does, so I've always got this like window of like a bit of time with my clients, which is always good. But yeah, to me it's all enjoyment, like drawing's drawing, so you know, the client stuff's always still fun, still me as well.
Something that definitely helps with being able to keep a good balance of that is having merchandise. You're wearing a Holly Mingo shirt today, and you're no short of it. You've got T-shirts, prints, originals. I believe you've made some joggers, maybe even some socks.
Yeah, I did do that, yeah.
Got a couple of tattoo designs. Did you sell tattoos to some people?
Yes. Yeah, I've got it all, basically.
You got it all. Is that your own tattoo?
It is, yeah, I've got 2.
Wow.
Once I decided I was confident enough with my art, I was like, this is all I need, this is all I want.
I want to know, though, which thing that you've done are you most proud of?
I think I call it my legacy piece, which is like the biggest piece I've done to date. I did it like last summer after like a really difficult period in my life, and I just remember saying to my mate, like, whatever comes out on here is just going to be crazy, and it's going to like set the, you know, I don't know what it is, the boundary for whatever comes next, and it did. So for me it was like, yeah, that's the piece I'm most proud of. It like really defined my style and showed the possibilities of what I can do, and that's why it's called Limitless Possibilities. So yeah, that was a real like moment for me, like I don't know, I get this feeling when I create my artwork, so like I look at it and like it's not done until I look at it and feel like complete, like fully whole when I see it. And that's the one that like has a consistent feeling that I sit at home in the living room and I still stare at it and I'm like, I did that, like I really did that. So yeah, that's my proudest piece, definitely.
I bet it must be quite hard actually for your pieces to know when it is finished, because I guess you could always add more.
Yeah.
But then once it's on there, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
You don't want to ruin it. Have you ruined a lot of pieces by overdoing it?
Oh no, I've never ruined a piece.
Nice.
Like
that's what we're saying. No mistakes, right?
No mistakes. Never any mistakes. It's not done.
What
Do
a
you
good
know what I mean?
mindset to have.
I just keep working on it until I feel like I'm happy with it. It's not about being like having mistakes or be like it's personal to me, and you wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't go up and tell your mate that you didn't like their work. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't tell myself that in the same way. So yeah, I don't know.
I was going to ask you for some wisdom, but I think that is the wisdom right there. Now going back to the Instagram and the business side of things, we all wish we didn't have to do it, you know. But you are great at the Instagram. You're also great at networking and working with sick people. Now's your chance. Drop 3 names on me right now. Who do you want to work with?
Oh, who do I want to work with? Oh, I was saying earlier that I want to do a proper project with Mingo, definitely.
Manga Saint Hilaire.
Yeah, Manga Saint Hilaire, because he's inspired me loads. That's a really hard question though, because it's all like musicians really I want to work with. But I honestly can't think right now.
Novelist again?
Novelist, yeah. Me and Novelist are due to do some work together actually. He keeps talking about, I think we're going to do a merchandise design that off the back of that competition. So obviously Novelist, but I'm trying to think big. The Weekend, I want to do a project with The Weekend. That's my plan. My dream, my goal is to get duality sessions like running to a point where I can go to The Weekend and be like, look, let's create art and music together. Or anyone, in fact, that's the plan. But that's the root of it.
Well, you heard it here first. Manga Saint Hilaire, Novelist, and The Weekend. Holly Mingo is here and waiting to work. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it. What do we need to know, Holly? What's going on in your life right now?
Just nothing. No, I'm joking. I'm just working, really. I'm thinking about where I need to be in life, like location-wise, and I'm just thinking about what I can, well, not what I can do, I know what I can do, but how I'm going to get to the places I want to be, and just working on commissions, personal work, promotion, and trying to move somewhere else. That's what I'm doing at the moment. And obviously living and socialising and breathing and eating, all that. All that life stuff, but yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I will.
You can get that.
Always.
I like the idea that you have an end goal and where you are now, and it's like curvy path there, but you're going to get
Yeah,
there.
I've had to teach myself that recently. I'm one of those people that are like, I want this now, and I'm like, well, maybe I don't even need that now, and I need to get to somewhere, and that's something I'm really like slowing down and trying to work on.
We did just do some wisdom, but give us a bit more. Give us 30 seconds or less. Holly Mingo wisdom for anything, anyone, anywhere.
I don't know. I think that's such a hot topic, isn't it? Like wisdom, just from me. Just do what you enjoy, innit? Really. I feel like people who say they can't be creative or they can't do things. This is the thing they always say, like, I can't draw, or I can't do that, or I can't do this. But it's not about like whether you can or can't do it. It's about like the process and the enjoyment. And I feel like there's a lot of parallels between like the creative process or just creativity in general, and then like how we should live life as well. So like for me, it's about like remaining conscious and expecting that life is one big freestyle, and that no matter what happens, it's not about like mistakes, but you can just keep going with it. And yeah, it's not finished until, I don't know.
Until you say it is.
Yeah, literally.
Until you want it to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you very much for that wisdom.
Thank you.
We're almost through, but people are going to want to know where to keep up with you. So,
Yeah.
Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram is Hollymingo Art.
Website?
hmingoart.com.
Anywhere else? Etsy?
Not really. You can find everything on my art, or on my art account, or just give me a message. That's where I normally operate from.
Well, go and support Holly now. Stuff for sale on the website, on the Instagram. Go and support a freelance artist. Right then, second selection. This one, I think this is someone you know, right? Someone you work with.
Yeah, Kojo and Jakebob, that's it.
What's it called?
Oh, I can't even remember now. What one is it?
It's called Doesn't Affect Me.
Oh yeah, I did the album cover for this. So it's a really nice project because we all got to work together like properly, and yeah.
Well, thank you for chatting.
Yeah,
You're going to stick about for a minute, but really, really nice to get you on the show. Everybody go and support Holly Mingo, Mingo, right now.